Hey everyone. Okay, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a review. I went to see The Who at Wembley on Saturday. Uh, I'll tell you right now, The Who are my favourite band. I play drums, so I'm a massive Keith Moon fan. Um, but this review is going to be totally non-biased on favouritism. There is going to be some negative points too. I'm only reviewing it from this gig's standards. I'm not reviewing it on like the great gigs of the past and everything like. I'm not going to compare it to them. Comparing it to the gigs I've seen them about 4 or 5 times um, in the last like 10 years. I'd say. So the first song was Overture. I didn't really judge this song in any way because I was really happy to hear it because I'd seen Quad in Hull in 2013, but I hadn't seen. I've never seen Tommy in Hull. And this wasn't in Hull, but it did more than usual. So I was really excited to hear this instrumental piece. I thought the sound at times was a little bit echoey. I think arenas have a better sound, a lot more intimate. But I think the orchestra section sound was really good. It really brought out the album feel of that song, and then it blended through into 1921, which again there were no real weaknesses there. It's not like a standout song or anything like that, though again there's nothing wrong there. Went into an amazing journey. Um, this is when it starts to pick up. Took me a while. I will admit, it took me a while to get used to Zach's electric drum sound, but he really gives this song his own feel. Um, Uses the famous those opening drum part, that famous opening drum part, but then goes into his own style, really great. Which obviously goes straight into Sparks. Now this is where I have to say something. I think they played it really well. I'm not saying that they didn't at all. Nothing went wrong, anything like that. But this is one of the songs where you miss John playing bass, and nothing. No offense to the guy playing bass now. I mean, his bass is nowhere near as loud. But when you do hear him play, he's playing great. But this song was a very bass oriented song, and I'll say this later as well about another song. So without now that it's a lot more trebly and less bassy, it doesn't really work as well, I don't think. But comment below if you love as it is now. Pinball Wizard again. Just enjoy it. You're not going to say anything about it really. There's nothing really to say about it. You're just gonna. It's always going to be played. It's always going to be enjoyed. The riff starts. The crowd get excited. Let's leave it at that. We're not going to take it. You know, see me, feel me, listening to you. That section. I've never heard. We're not going to take it. I don't think I have that part of the song on live. Never been to see it live, but obviously I've seen the "See Me Feel Me" part, and to me that part was the best part of the gig. Like it's still Roger still sings it beautifully, and then it blends into the really uplifting listening to you part, and it's like gets me the feels. I'm not emotional. I'm not an emotional guy, but it still has that magnanimous feeling to it, which was really great. Then that was over the Tommy section. They went into Who Are You? I've always preferred the studio version to this song, really, to be honest. They try and make it into a big anthem, which I think it is, but not compared to like Barbara O'Reilly. So I always picture, as soon as I start playing, I always picture the video of them in the recording studio. So I can't see. As I see that, I don't see the studio, the anthem. You know what I mean? And I will have to admit, I did first hear this song on CSI. I didn't become a fan because of CSI, but I did first hear this song on CSI. So there's that too. Eminence Front. This is the other one where it does kind of pale, to my opinion, in comparison to earlier versions and the recorded version, because of the bass again. You know, it comes in at 2 something and then it's like really funky and it sounds awesome. But again, it's not, bass isn't as prominent anymore. It doesn't seem to have any sort of energy. It just, to me, it was this really just cool song. They had the funky bass and all the other Pete doing these little things in between, and it was like just that sound was coming out, you know, and it was really cool. It was like a really cool song. Not very in a way different to earlier stuff, because obviously this was a Kenny Jones era song, but I think it suited Kenny's drumming really well as well. Imagine a Man. I love Who by Numbers. This is my second favourite. Who's Next is my first. Who by Numbers is absolutely great, and Roger again sings this really beautifully. He knows how important this album was to Pete, so he puts his all onto this song. They went into Hero Ground Zero. I can't really judge the song very much. You could tell it had some potential. Has some potential, some promise, but I really need to listen to the album version. To be honest, get it proper, get the sound proper, and then get into it. So we might talk about the new album in another review towards the end of the year, whenever it comes out. And then I went into Join Together to end the first orchestra section. I was really loving this song. Sorry, I love this song. This song's great. Like with the Jews harp. My dad even bought a Jews harp just because of this song. I'll do a part 2 of this review because I don't want it to go over 10 minutes. I don't want to, waste your time too much. But I'll do part 2 of this video. And I might play a bit of Jews harp. And then it went into the band's only section. Substitute. Probably the best I've heard it. I'm actually going to play this song at a drum show. Not Keith-like. The drum show's got to suit a more contemporary sort of style of drumming, but I do get a moment where I can try and play like Keith. But I loved it because it weren't mashed up with all the other 60s hits of my generation. Can't explain like it usually is. It got its own moment. It really split the concept, the albums, the rock operas, well, that's a quad, Tommy Up, but you really give and then went on to my dad's favourite song of the night, the Seeker, another, to me this is where, I love Pete's guitar riff, I love the guitar tone on this song. It's another one of those, like, it's a 1970 song, but it could have been early. It had that feeling of one of the hits period, not the album period songs. Well, to me anyway. So good song. Wonderful Again. I really like the acoustic version. Not as much the drum and bass version, but I really like the acoustic version. Pete started playing the Seeker riff, and Roger started singing over it, but they took it really well, considering the past that they have had beef, but they had a laugh about it, and it was really funny, and the audience just really enjoyed the moment, and it was, it wasn't just no one wasn't just up their ass taking it too seriously, so I really enjoyed that. And then to close out this section of the review, Behind Blue Eyes is my favourite Who song, so I'm not going to have any complaints. It's my favourite song of all time, so that'll do. So